Air Force with the lead at the half over UNLV 33-25. Mountain West Conference basketball on a Thursday night in Colorado Springs. Josh Howell, Roland Vargas, and Roland. You look at the highlights, and it's a tale of two portions of that opening half. UNLV got off to a blazing start. They led by as many as 9, led by that man, Bryce Hamilton. 14 points in the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, Bryce Hamilton was fantastic for UNLV. You thought, okay, this is really an explosive start to the game for UNLV, but then they just weren't able to keep it up, all because Air Force started knocking down their shots and really ratcheted up things defensively.
Nick Jackson, a tough bucket inside, and then Air Force goes outside. Falcons 5 of 11 from downtown. And how about the defense? Carter Murphy off the bench, the block, the finish at the other end, and Murphy with 4 points in this one. And how about Ethan Taylor? Can't say enough about he and his teammates as you see Mills getting the bucket there. He had 9 points. And Ethan Taylor leading the way with 13. And rolling as a result, 8-point lead for Air Force. They got to be feeling good entering the second half.
Yeah, Air Force has played really well. They've been able to clamp things down. They've been able to play the second half of that first half in their own pace. The game that they want to be able to play is going to be key. Do they keep UNLV and their athleticism down early in the second half?
We're halfway home. We'll come back, look at some statistics. You're watching Air Force basketball on the Mountain West Network powered by Stadium. Leading on the scoreboard at halftime, 33-25 with the Rebels of UNLV. Josh Howe, Roland Vargas, and Roland by the numbers. Air Force red hot, 59% from the field, and defensively doing what they've done to most of their opponents all season long.
Yeah, forcing UNLV into some really bad shots. We talked about that rebounding statistic in the pregame. Huge for Air Force to be able to slightly edge that stat here at the half.
It's been by committee for Air Force as well. 6 players scoring for UNLV, just 4. And Air Force and UNLV combined 12 turnovers. Air Force scoring 7 points off those 5 UNLV turnovers. Again, it's Air Force leading the Rebels at the half, 33-25. We'll take a timeout. And when we come back, half number 2 from the United States Air Force Academy, Clune Arena, the site of Thursday night hoops here in the Mountain West Conference. Ready to begin half number 2 at Clune Arena, United States Air Force Academy. The Falcons of Air Force leading the running Rebels 33-25. Josh Howe, Roland Vargas. Well, Air Force certainly imposed their will on the Rebels. And that back half of the opening 20 minutes, shot 59%, held the Rebels to just 36%, 8 of 22. The question is, what kind of adjustments does Kevin Kruger make here in half number 2?
Yeah, got to keep sharing the basketball. They got a little bit away from that toward the end of the first half, did UNLV. Became a lot of ISO ball. Became a little bit uglier offensively. That's a perfect example of what UNLV needs to do in the second there with that nice little pass down low for the finish.
Jordan McCabe, the assist on the opening bucket of the half for UNLV. They get to within 6 here. Opening minute of this second half. Mormon, Octave, Walker. Air Force averaging 60 points a game coming in. They're certainly halfway home to that number, and that will help. Lucas Mormon, the 3. And the Falcons from outside, they have been consistent, and they have been effective tonight. Now 6 of 12 from long range.
My Fort Lewis math tells me that's 50%. Lucas Mormon with his first basket of the game. Stepped into that one perfectly.
Off the ball fake drive, mid-range J, no. Donovan Williams can't get it to go. Octave now. Here to the front court here for the Falcons. Just over a minute gone by. Air Force playing with that 9-point lead. And A.J. Walker. Falcons double-digit lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, once again, great off-the-ball movement from the Air Force Falcons. A.J. Walker just initially faked like he was going to set the screen, then just rolled under the basket. Great feed as well.
McCabe. Oh, what a move. Dishes it out. Hamilton drive using that left hand off the window, and UNLV, nothing coming easy for the Rebels here tonight.
16 already for Hamilton.
Question is, defensively, do they have some answers? As this Air Force team has been outstanding in terms of shooting the basketball tonight. The Falcons 63% a miss there, and here comes McCabe, nearly carried it. Over to the corner it goes to Nuga, and a whistle here. 17:36 to go. The crowd really quieted down here as Air Force playing with this 9-point lead here early on in half number 2.
Lucas Mormon going to be called for that foul on the floor.
And they'll flip it up top to Royce Ham Jr. McCabe. Cut off in the lane. Off the ball fake drive and throwing it up. That's offensive. Donovan Williams. His third personal foul with 17:22 to go in the game.
Yeah, just a bit wild from Donovan Williams. Never seemed to be settled on that drive to the basket. Air Force shuffled across, took the contact.
Air Force with a basketball, a 9-point lead. Octave Highbreeder. Got Walker calling for it inside, posting up against Donovan Williams. Inside out, Mormon now. Long 3, Taylor, no, too strong. Ethan Taylor. Falcons now 6 of 13 from long range. Hamilton crossover, willing his way to the basket.
Yeah, what a sensational player Bryce Hamilton is, senior out of Pasadena High School. The Bulldogs of Pasadena High School took up a lot of ground with those long strides, able to finish relatively uncontested at the rim. That's a wild shot, but it drops from Ethan Taylor.
Well, Hamilton and Taylor going toe-to-toe all night long, and a turnover here on the other end, and looked like it was going to be a turnover. Now they're going to get a foul charged to A.J. Walker.
And Donovan Williams just needs to calm down a little bit for UNLV. He was angry that that first one wasn't called, remonstrating with the referee, and then the foul there. You see a great job by the replay on A.J. Walker.
Well, 40-31 Air Force lead here. 16:27 to go. This is Keyshawn Gilbert on the inbound for the Rebels. Good front there in the lane. Ethan Taylor able to take it away.
Taylor read that one the whole way.
Is going to work. Highbreeder and company. Zip pass inside Octave. And that low block inside out. Mormon off the ball fake. Back to Octave. 7 to shoot. Octave now. And did he shuffle the feet?
Now Lucas Mormon, they're going to call for the foul, I believe.
Away from the ball. 15:54 to go without a timeout on the floor. Air Force playing with a 9-point lead. We'll be back to Clune Arena after this.
Access the Mountain West Conference wherever you are. Get the ultimate fan experience with the official Mountain West app for mobile and connected TV devices. Can't make it to the game? Watch your favorite Mountain West basketball, softball, baseball teams, and all Mountain West championship events live or archived. Catch the Mountain West Network games live on your TV or mobile device. Keep up with the action in your favorite Mountain West sport wherever you are, whenever you want. Download the all-new Mountain West app for free today.
Las Vegas, the glow of the Strip, the world-class food and entertainment, the pure, unadulterated fun, and the basketball. After a March void of NW madness only the most passionate sports fans can provide, the Mountain West returns to the nation's college basketball tournament capital as the Thomas and Mack Center welcomes back the blocks, the slams, the buzzer beaters, and you, the fans.
Back live here out of the timeout. A 9-point Air Force lead. 15 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in regulation. Hamilton has it stripped away, and they're going to get A.J. Walker with the foul. That's a tough matchup all night long, and fans certainly not happy with that call.
Tough matchup, tough call as well. Didn't see an awful lot in that. Don't think Joe Scott did either.
So on the inbounds, Keyshawn Gilbert. Highbreeder playing Hamilton. Kind of just muscle through, uses that left hand, and it's going to stay UNLV ball. Hamilton just tenacious on the takes to the hole. He just powers his way in. He's got a great first step, explosion, and then a lot of toughness inside, the ability to finish. That impressive frame. Hamilton, the 6'4" senior out of Pasadena, California.
Foul's going to go on Jeffrey Mills. On Nick Jackson down low.
And Nick Jackson pointing up to the video board. Saying, I didn't see that. And we're going to get another look as perhaps he pulled him when he was going down. So UNLV basketball. Here's McCabe. Back and forth with the freshman. McCabe now up top. Rotation left side and whistle, and that's a violation. 3 seconds, they turn it over here, trailing by 9 with 15:20 to go. This has been impressive what Air Force has been able to do at home in the Mountain West Conference. They upset Utah State to the opener. Tough loss at home against Nevada. But here they are leading UNLV, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul called as A.J. Walker will go to the free throw line here with 15:05 to go.
Yeah, just no other way to stop A.J. Walker there other than to reach and drag him down. That was Keyshawn Gilbert, the freshman out of St. Louis, being whistled for the foul.
And A.J. Walker tonight, his first free throw attempt is perfect. And one more coming for the senior out of San Antonio. 80% free throw shooter, 100% on that trip. An 11-point Air Force lead matches their largest lead of the night. McCabe off the ball fake. Got High Breeder up in the air, floats with the right hand, can't finish. Taken away. Drop and a flush. Bryce Hamilton. He's got 20. The Rebels within 9.
Yeah, it was all made by the defensive play from Gilbert. Good feed as well. And making no mistake about the finish was Hamilton.
So substitution here for UNLV. In comes Justin Webster. Along with David Muwaka, a junior out of Hong Kong by way of Lamar University down in Texas. 3-ball, High Breeder, open look, can't get it. There's Taylor with a rebound, he'll clear it out. Air Force playing with this 9-point lead. Suffocating defense against UNLV. And a rejection from behind by Muwaka. There's Hamilton. Pull up, good control, rims in and out. Inside of 14 minutes to go here in half number 2. Air Force, they just joined us, trailed by 9 of the opening half. Swung the momentum. Took an 8-point lead into the half, and here they are, up by 9 with 13:50 to go. Now Jordan McCabe and the Rebels with their work cut out here. Team comes in averaging 71 points a contest. Certainly well below that average here tonight.
Yeah, just 2 of 8 from beyond the arc for UNLV. Got to increase that if they're going to get back in this basketball game.
To your point, Roland, this is a UNLV team that averages 8 3-point shots made per game. Mills draws the foul, and he's injured.
That's a hard fault, Jeffrey Mills. Real hard fault. Great pass by Taylor. Put it perfectly, but that's just a awkward, difficult fall there as Mills is spinning around.
Boy, great to see. Looked like he injured that right side, and he's going to walk it off. Jeffrey Mills, the freshman out of Flower Mound, Texas. How about Mills tonight? 9 points. He came in averaging just under 3 a game.
Yeah, on 3 for 4 from the field. That's included a couple of early threes that really set Air Force in rhythm in that first half.
Impressive what the Falcons have been able to do tonight. Can they close it out? Mills 1 of 2 on that trip. The lead back to 10 here for Air Force. Again, UNLV just 1-4 in their last 5 here at Clune Arena, but they have won 5 straight in the series. 3-ball, short. And the rebound secured, and now taken away. Here's Mills. Ethan Taylor and Air Force going to set it up. Inside of 13 to go here In regulation, A.J. Walker, the drive. And what's the call? Away from, we got a hand check.
On Milwaukee, I believe.
Milwaukee, the junior. Guilty party here. It's 5 team fouls on UNLV. 5 right now for Air Force as well. Taylor on the ground, draws the foul. Crowd kind of going to sleep tonight, and credit Air Force, they have taken control of this game.
Yeah, they've just been too much, too physical, too intense for UNLV to match so far, but UNLV, they can score in bunches. Air Force need to continue what they're doing. Half an eye on the shot clock and half an eye on everything else. That's going to be a foul against Gilbert. The whole Air Force staff erupted when they saw that one. Referee did too.
So Keyshawn Gilbert picks up personal foul number 4. He'll head to the bench, and to the line goes Jake Heidbreeder.
Yeah, you can see the jersey. Gilbert having a handful of that. Air Force knocked down the first.
Heidbreeder with a roll, a 65% free throw shooter. That's his first make tonight. He's got 3 points against this Rebel team. Make it 4 points. And Air Force with a 12-point lead, their largest of the night. Been impressive what the Falcons have done. Overcome a 9-point deficit now. Largest lead of the night. Off the screen, zip pass. Williams goes right side, and explosion. That first step, so quick.
My goodness. Wonderful play from Donovan Williams, the way he was able to turn the corner, and then just with those long strides, just needed about 2 of them to get all the way to the basket, and then strong with the flush.
Donovan Williams now here to the front court here for UNLV. Williams with 8 points here. And a timeout of the floor. 11:54 to go. And a 10-point Air Force lead. Stick around. A great finish coming up here at Clune Arena. You're watching Air Force basketball on a Mountain West Network powered by Stadium.
think their number one's a really good player.
Who's that?
Their number one.
Air Force, largest lead of the night out of the timeout, up 49-35. 9:51 to go here in regulation. Josh Howell, Roland Vargas, and rolling an impressive performance here in the second half by the Air Force Falcons.
Hugely impressive from Air Force. They've deserved every point of this lead, knocking down their shots, playing really good offensive sets. And so far, with the 14-point lead, they're really putting UNLV under a ton of pressure, and this is what the Rebels are going to need. Stop the clock, get a trip to the line from Hamilton.
And a much needed bucket for the Rebels that breaks a scoring drought that went 2 minutes and 31 seconds and gets them to within 12, possibly 11, if Hamilton can convert the three-point play. And Bryce Hamilton Able to drain his 23rd point of the night. He's 5, make that 6 of 7 from the free throw line. An 11-point Air Force lead. Biggest tonight has been 14. Keep in mind, UNLV led by 9 in the opening half, but Air Force able to storm back in the back half of the opening 20 minutes, led by 8 at the break, and they have not taken their foot off the pedal here tonight. Hamilton, the crossover down the lane with the left hand. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, 75% on the season. Hamilton, you could hear that slap that went right across his left wrist as he drove to the basket. Get a good look at it right here. There's the foul. And Hamilton to the stripe.
Bryce Hamilton, just 1 miss from the line tonight. Make that 2 as Hamilton now 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. And in comes Camden Vanderswag for Air Force. They'll spell A.J. Walker. Vanderswag down to the low block here. On a second free throw attempt by Bryce Hamilton. And secured by Mormon. We're inside of 9 minutes to play here in regulation. Air Force with this 11-point lead. There's Mills. He's got Mormon up top. Lucas drops it off to Vanderswag. He's got it open, goes hard to the hole, and trying to draw contact. No call there as Donovan Williams defending. 5 of the shot clock here. Air Force underneath their own basket.
There sure seemed to be some contact. Referees let it go. Just 5 on the shot clock for the Falcons.
They'll get it out to Highbreeder. Hangs with the right hand, no. They'll reset the shot clock back to 20. And Highbreeder there. Good feed, Mormon in the paint. On the ground, he was fouled.
Yeah, it was great hustle by Ethan Taylor to keep that, give Air Force another possession. And Mormon gaining big ground with those long strides of his. He will go to the stripe.
Lucas Mormon, he hasn't taken a lot of attempts, under 20% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, just his 7th free throw of the season right there.
Good result. Air Force back up by 12. Falcons now 2 of 6 from the line in the second half. Check that, 7 of 8. 87%. Air Force getting it done at the free throw line. Hamilton, and he throws it away. Well, I'm going to say last touch by Air Force.
Yeah, I think Highbreeder just got a fingertip to that one to push it out. 15 on the shot clock for UNLV, so no need to change anything from their perspective. They'll get the basketball into Gilbert.
Trailing by 13, the Rebels dropping it inside, and a whistle there on Vanderswag, matched up with Victor Iwako. Game advantage right now in terms of the pace. UNLV, the clock is stopped. A definition of pace, but obviously Air Force wants to play a slow it down game. UNLV not able to get out in transition many times here in the second half.
Yeah, just the first free throw make for UO this season.
So Victor rattles it in. Approaching the 8-minute mark to go here in the second half. 51-40, zip pass inside. They'll go outside. Vanderswag, 3, got it! The southpaw drains it from long range, and Vanderswag has just put Air Force up by 14.
Another huge contribution off of head coach Joe Scott's bench. Camden Vanderswag now with 6. Also going to go down low, I think, against Lucas Mormon. It will be.
And a timeout on the floor as we go to timeout. Air Force getting it done. From long range, Camden Vanderswag. The southpaw connects, and Air Force with a 14-point lead here going to break. Eight different players have scored tonight for the Falcons by committee effort. Jake Heidbreeder, the reverse. He scores, and he can dish the rock, Roland Vargas.
Yeah, he sure can. Air Force edging all kinds of statistical categories here this evening. They've been hugely impressive. This is what UNLV needs to do. They need to knock down their free throws. They need to warm up from beyond the arc if they're going to get back in this basketball game. But even that one going in there, still a 13-point lead for your hometown Falcons.
Air Force 19 field goals on 14 assists. And UNLV 1 for 2 on that trip. Mormon with a rebound. This Rebel team 40% for the field in the second half, 37% in the first half. Air Force 40% here in half number 2, but they're holding on to the lead. 13-point advantage here for the Falcons. Vanderswag, Taylor, and does not catch anything on that shot attempt. So out of bounds here, UNLV basketball, 7:13 to go. And Roland, this would be a massive win if the Falcons can find a way to close the deal against UNLV.
Yeah, it sure would. This UNLV team, year in, year out, tons of talent. No more so than this guy right here with the basketball. Hamilton draws 3 Falcon defenders, forces them to kick it out.
Hanging, and we're going to get a late whistle on Lucas Mormon.
Difficult one there going against Lucas Mormon. Not sure about that. We'll have to get a replay. Air Force funneled over defensively. There's some contact on that elbow, but could have seen that one not given. But to the line will be Keyshawn Gilbert, freshman out of St. Louis.
So Keyshawn, a 90% free throw shooter, to the line as Lucas Mormon just fouled out of the game with 5 personal fouls. And that comes with 7 minutes to go, and in comes Nick Jackson. But a nice game for Lucas Mormon tonight. Mormon finishing with 5 points and 3 rebounds. Gilbert, line drive, no. He's yet to score a point. A 90% free throw shooter. And 1 for 2 on that trip. I'll credit Air Force taking UNLV out of their game to this point. Looking to finish here tonight. Mills, Jackson. There's Vanderswag. Jackson faces up, 8 to shoot. Vanderswag thought about the 3. Drops it off Jackson. Catches iron. And how about Ethan Taylor? Persistence paying off for Taylor.
Yeah, it's the second one of those Ethan Taylor's had in just the last couple of minutes. Just flying in late. Able to give Air Force a invaluable extra possession.
5 to shoot here. Zip pass inside. 1 to shoot. Vanderswag catches iron, and a rebound clear by Bryce Hamilton. Williams, 3 ball, rattles it in. And UNLV now suddenly back to within single digits. 9-point game, just under 6 to go here in regulation. Taylor over to Mills. Backs down. Jackson now. Tough shot. Vanderswag nets it. Camden Vanderswag.
Very tough shot for Vanderswag. 8 for him. As Air Force ready, a couple of changes. Carter Murphy, A.J. Walker. Next stop of the basketball game. Nick Jackson with the big block.
And you get the feeling UNLV just not able to get back into this game, and credit Air Force. They've been doing it on both ends of the floor, and now going to set it up here. Inside of 5 to go in this second half. Air Force playing with an 11-point lead.
Yeah, every time UNLV knocks down a shot, you think, okay, here come the Rebels. They're going to shorten this one up. Air Force is able to hit a huge shot of their own. Mills dead away. Long rebound.
Hamilton's fouled. Mills, the guilty party. That's his second. Let's stop the breakaway. And sends Bryce Hamilton to the free throw line. Air Force now 10 team fouls, so double bonus, 2 free throws here for the senior out of Pasadena. Bryce Hamilton has not disappointed tonight. He has certainly got his points.
Yeah. Fantastic performance. 50% from the floor, 8 of 16. Just 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. But he's hit 7 of his 10 free throws so far in this game. Make it 8.
25 points for Bryce Hamilton. His Rebels still down by 9. Inside of 4.5 minutes to go. Here's Mills. Play by Hamilton, trying to poke it away. Taylor now looking for the back cut. What a feed. What a finish. A.J. Walker. The feed from Ethan Taylor. Air Force now with another assist. The Falcons now 15 assists, resulting in 21 field goals.
Yeah, and right back down the other end, Donovan Williams. I think A.J. Walker just came down on top of a foot, rolled that ankle a little bit. He was favoring that as he rolled away after making that gorgeous cut toward the basket and getting the 2.
We are inside of 4 minutes to go. Falcons trying to hold on. Great feed, the cut there by Murphy, and UNLV able to recover it in time to knock it out. Timeout on the floor. 3-quarter to go. Air Force trying to hold on down the stretch against UNLV. Air Force trying to close it out. Down the stretch, A.J. Walker, a big bucket there on the back cut. He's got a half dozen, and Rowan Vargas out of this timeout. Air Force leading by 9. Can they close it out here tonight?
Yeah, A.J. Walker held really quiet in the first half, getting some valuable minutes, though, in the second. Falcons need to keep doing what they've been doing, running down the clock offensively and keeping this man as quiet as they can. Mr. Bryce Hamilton. Sorry, Josh.
Excuse me, Roland. That was great help on the part of Ethan Taylor, and a foul called, blocking with 3:24 to go. And certainly what UNLV wants is they're in the double bonus. Clock is stopped as they try to chip into this lead, down by 7.
Yeah, very physical play from Donovan Williams. Getting that to drop. He'll look for the 3-point play at the line. He's 67% free throw shooter this season. He's the young man from the great city of Houston.
Former Texas Longhorn, one of 2 Longhorn transfers on this team, along with Bryce Ham Jr. He gets 3 the old-fashioned way, and it's a lead of 6 now for Air Force. They led by as many as 14 here in half number 2. Carter Murphy over the left side to Mills. Rotation as Murray flashes through. Jackson poked away. And they're going to get a foul charged to Victor Iwako.
Yeah, great hustle from Nick Jackson. Got on the basketball first, and then a heavy fall on top of him. And referees call it against Iwako, the junior from Abuja, Nigeria. Transferred to UNLV by way of Boomer Sooner, OU.
So both these teams in a double bonus. So now Nick Jackson, a 60% free throw shooter, to the free throw line here for the Falcons. And tonight, Jackson, his first trip to the charity stripe, comes with 2:57 to go in a game. One more coming out for the junior out of Scottsdale. Nick taking his time, and he misses the second. Lead stays at 7 here. It's Ham Jr. off to Williams over the left side to Hamilton. Iwako pops out. Now he'll flash along the baseline. Williams trying to step back. He draws the foul.
Yeah, knew exactly what he was doing, did Donovan Williams. Didn't have a lot of space there. Just initiated the contact right there. Got Jeffrey Mills up in the air. And Williams back to the line.
So Donovan Williams leads UNLV in made free throws coming into this one tonight. He had 58 made free throws and already has made 3 make it 4 tonight. He's perfect from the line, making all 4 of his free throw attempts. 17 points now for the junior out of Houston. UNLV can get to within 5 with a made free throw. No. Stays at a 6-point deficit with 2:37 to go. This game really getting choppy.
Yeah,
Roland.
it is. A little choppy, a little chippy. Refs are going to reverse that one. That's going to be UNLV basketball. I think on live, looking at it live time, it looked to be the right call. It looked like it just flicked off an Air Force hand as it went out of bounds. We'll see here. Yeah, it did look like Jeffrey Mills is the last to touch that basketball.
So on the inbound, Webster.
And UNLV give it right back with the push-off. Going against Royce Ham Jr.
Well, 2:37 to go. UNLV is slowly climbing back into this one. Held by as many as 14, within 6 now. Ethan Taylor will bring it up here for the Falcons. This would be some kind of victory if Air Force could find a way to pull it out here tonight. Hybreeder and stolen. Williams going all the way to the hole. Chance for the three-point play. He's got another gear.
Yeah, it certainly does. Just explosive athleticism. The way that he was able to pick that basketball off there and then just go coast to coast. Took the foul. Look at those long steps. Gets the contact, has that basketball in on his chest, and is able to reset and finish.
And the ability to softly touch it off the window, and he'll step to the line here to try to convert the three-point play. Stays at a 19 points on the night for Williams. They're down by 4 as UNLV, and a held ball. It's going to be Air Force basketball, and Air Force has 3 timeouts left, and Phil Scott's going to let it play out here. A lot of basketball left to be played with 2:21 to go. Big possession here for the Falcons. Trying to stop the bleeding. Taylor drive and dish. In rhythm, A.J. Walker. Huge triple for the Falcons.
Yeah, his first of the basketball game. 9 now for A.J. Walker. None bigger than those 3.
Williams now off the jab step. Hangs in and out. Mills will secure. Inside of 2 minutes to go, Air Force holding on to a 7-point lead. There's Taylor. Walker thought about the 3, drive, floated up and in. A.J. Walker, clutch, baskets down the stretch. He's got 11. Timeout on the floor, Air Force back up by 9. A.J. Walker doing his thing as the Falcons try to close out the Rebels here on a Thursday night. Out of the timeout, Air Force steps back out of the floor. 1:30 to go. Playing with a 9-point lead. Roland Vargas, what do they need to do to close this thing out?
Yeah, they just need to keep control of the basketball. Getting very late now, getting very difficult for UNLV.
Here's Hamilton. Drive going right to the hole. He draws contact, and clock showing 1:25 to go. Check that Hamilton at the free throw line again. And tonight, Hamilton has been there more than any other Rebel. He's 8 of 11 from the charity stripe. 25 points to lead all scores.
Yeah, and came into the game 75% from the charity stripe. Did Bryce Hamilton, leading scorer for UNLV.
And gets them both. Rebels within 7.
Now for UNLV. Air Force has to be smart with the basketball.
1:20 to go. There's Walker. 15 to the shot clock. Hybreeder zips it inside to AJ. Posting up. Oh, what a move. Little hesitation trying to blow by the man, but cannot finish. Inside a minute to go. Air Force holding on to the 7-point lead. Make that a 4-point lead. Hamilton, another huge bucket. He's got 27.
Yeah, incredible performance from Hamilton. Knocking on 30's door now. Air Force Big, strong foul committed by Victor Uwukor.
Hamilton, to your point, that three-pointer put him right at the 30 number, and he is single-handedly keeping the Rebels in this game down by 4. 40 seconds to go. If Air Force makes their free throws, they can ice this game. You know, the Rebels going to be in foul mold. Still a lot of time, but good start there as Jeffrey Mills connects. Mills now 3 of 5 from the line. He's got 13 points. Air Force 11 of 17 as a team. Make this a 2-possession game with a made free throw. And will not. And that's going to be an Air Force possession here with 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, just another hustle play from the Air Force Falcons. Just watch this coming right into your living room, and Air Force just able to tap that one off UNLV. Falcon basketball.
Here's Highbreeder. And he's fouled with 35 seconds to go in regulation.
Yeah, Hamilton just forced to reach in there, commit the foul.
The officials here, our crew tonight: Rob Kruger, Tim Marion, Roderick Dixon, and A.J. Walker. 80% free throw shooter, sticks the first. Got them both. Falcons by 7. Hamilton picked up by Highbreeder. Tough shot, Hamilton, no. And Taylor will have it. UNLV thought they were going to back off, and now they're trying to foul, but going to be too little too late. 13.9 showing on the clock. 7-point lead, and Air Force going to the line, and the fans going to their feet. And why not? What a performance tonight by Air Force.
Yeah, huge from the Air Force Academy Falcons to the line. Ethan Taylor. That was wonderful play on that last defensive possession from Jeffrey Mills, able to poke that one away after you thought that UNLV had come down with that rebound. Air Force now just got to see this one out for the last 14 seconds. Just a little bit short of a really nice score there on that second free throw from Taylor. See what UNLV can do.
Hamilton quickly spins to the hole, gets another bucket, and it's going to be too little too late, as UNLV is going to fall short. And what a win tonight for the Air Force Falcons. This is impressive.
Hugely impressive from the United States Air Force Academy. Didn't start well in this basketball game at all. UNLV on the front foot, but Air Force just weathered the storm, able to play their game, chip back into this one. They've deserved every moment of this.
A.J. Walker putting it on ice here. And that will do it. Your final score: Air Force 69 and UNLV 62. So Air Force goes to 9-7 overall, 2-3 in Mountain West Conference play. The Rebels drop to 10-8 and 2-3 in league action. What a victory tonight. Falcons snap a 5-game losing streak to the Rebels in convincing fashion. They close it out with a 7-point win. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the post-game show. You're watching Air Force basketball on a Mountain West Network powered by Stadium. What a victory tonight for the Air Force Falcons. They knock off UNLV by a final score of 69-62. Josh Howell, Roland Vargas, and Roland. Impressive performance tonight. Air Force overcomes a 9-point first half deficit. They flip the script. They take the lead going into the half and did not take their foot off the pedal in half number 2.
Yeah, hugely impressive from the United States Air Force Academy. 50% from the field, almost 40% from 3. Air Force was so devastating the way that they were able to move the basketball around. You mentioned it, they were down a little bit there in that first half, but then they came storming back. They played their brand of basketball. Air Force in the end well deserving of this victory.
Well, here's how this one unfolded. All kinds of highlights in this one, and as we mentioned, so many players contributed in a big way. Carter Murphy off the bench, the defense turning into offense, and Murphy with 2 buckets tonight.
Yeah, I thought Carter Murphy was huge. Ethan Taylor as well. There were moments during this basketball game where Ethan Taylor was just unstoppable. Finishes with 16 on 6 of 9 from the floor for Taylor, leading Air Force to a really nice score and a really nice win. Beautiful little backdoor cut there by Hydebreeder, and then Hydebreeder always with his eyes up and a nice little pass.
Hydebreeder 6 points, a couple of assists. And how about Camden Vanderswag off the bench? Vanderswag, the southpaw, 8 points, and Air Force just kept coming.
Yeah, they just didn't take their foot off the gas, did Air Force, but credit UNLV. They had some good performances as well. 32 from Bryce Hamilton just wasn't enough though from Air Force. They were hitting their shots from all over. There's AJ Walker, and AJ Walker once again with his veteran leadership, his experience, and his just flat out quality there in the beautiful little mid-range.
Yeah, UNLV would get to within 4 twice late in this one, and that's the reason why Bryce Hamilton 32 points. Yep. But in the end, it was not enough as Air Force comes up with a big victory tonight. Again, your final score, it's the Falcons 69 and the UNLV Running Rebels 62. Air Force going to 2-3 Mountain West Conference play, 9-7 overall, and the Rebels drop to 2-3 and league action 10-8 overall. Next up for the Falcons, right here, Clune Arena, Saturday afternoon. They'll tip it off against the CSU Rams. That will be a great matchup tonight. Well, for my partner Roland Vargas, it has been a pleasure tonight. In our entire crew, this is Josh Howell saying so long from Clune Arena. Air Force wins it on a Thursday night, 69-62 over UNLV. Good night, everybody.